nsia kasebo ayade bremu yi uti free peace 104.3 FM so okay 101.7 neat 100.9 nemi ansa was pass abeka dance na kra and what hello 101.5 FM wadum kumase asante mantem kropon ne ho Ghana mantem no yadunsia 16 regions na baby a wo bia wo no a piece kaseboy tagu honmu a kasafidie ba be sediesia ne etire na ato apetima wo bia etibie ye kwam no ne nso a be sediasa peacefmonline.com ghanatoday.com nso abode wo honmu a okwa ubenya kaseboy bi akan ewo ho na yansa de di kasebo no animu ansa
Anumre kasebo di animu no eye media budget a osofo a wono hwe sikasam so kopie mu omrahye bedwam eno ho asema na de di kan Ghana ye ka ba bi akwakodru no wo kire se wo pepepepe no ahanu ene aduonum anum evie na intem eno actually no ya be hwe said the GDP no so ekosi ya 2019 afin pinu ne edunkuno na so eno na onmonyamfo ken oforiata e kire se said ya de ani si so senka yensa ebeka no yensa ntumi anka ne sa.
Total revenue and grants for period amounted to 53.4 billion, equivalent to 15.3% of GDP.
Eno actually no aban ama se Ghana fo benya ensuo ene enkanea bosome miensa eno so what can he say?
We further reduce electricity prices by half and completely provide potable water for free for everybody this March this year, and we will extend it for another 3 months.
Ensempi ka ho ena yede ebremo ewo kasebo yi emu
na empanisa de so na betiri hunu betam ne ho ananti yade na asia ma ozons kamesa womu na di ozons gale capsules abeda so a ebua ma immune system no ba atuma kama obeye atuma afi mu ni nyina wonte bre wonfaso obeye bebre aye ozons garlic capsules MTN trese ewiase nyina na yabonu kurukruwa ene yade akuta wo no se wiase nyina betumi akuta wo bidia ene yate se wonim MTN fo mu secret no aya star 175 star 175 unya dale ya pe edem na wiase nyina akura wo dependable herbal home ade adom nata man capsules aba eno na ma be manya stamina bo atuma yie ubeti oba na hunahuna no adom medical capsules nie esiesie oba ya wa adom nata tonic ane adom co capsules high sense Ghana ase nantiwa kukuduro so na bawura wa mu showroom bia wokwa ene ma ne bo da fom esan so ye papa ubenya bibi te say refrigerator, air condition, television, kettle, gas cooker, and sound system. High sense na everyday price for everyday people. Jamado and Sons what what to say. Some gusua boosting immune system no. Apple cider vinegar and ya mame for dia organic one no body sidie nie. Aya papa buama immune system nya hoden. Sana e mema no so dia ye alpha folic acid and also boa ama nipadua no asojafo ni nya hoden akuti anyarewa and apart force wana ye ka na etina homa test ya ede ena saya brandia eya quality ena pa mackerel ena pa sardine ena pa spaghetti having mosquito coil ni insecticide spray empamon tuntumu o ekumun tuntumu tim eya having mosquito coil and insecticide spray and tuntumu hunu pe na wakope baby akote ebekunitim bo wabusua ho ban efre 3D ene malaria ho amansan ti ame kwabena mafo ana
akosia sapon
Africa se boni ntire mu nie ejebo ejanya ba bedu ene Ghana hanum say baby anu obia eni tira wo hwe kwan aya budget ya sikasam so afo wonyanyamfo kan wo fori ata ade kwatu ja ewo mrase begefie na budget no said yesiko yenie ebra honorable Ken Ofori kasa no and what say abayi wadene Ghana fo ho COVID-19 ye ba ye e dia kwansidie bebre aba amasika semu ayeden ne santi electricity bill and a water bill no abai afa ho ka abosome miensa na light no kra mpose die watemu adema wasi ebinumu ewo a lifeline consumers no wo mu de no de eyi kakra da ho emra kakra bata ho batin kaifo ne de obi abenya ni free ensuo electricity abosome miensa.
We further reduce electricity prices by half and completely provide portable water for free for everybody this March this year. And we will extend it for another 3 months. To break it down, it takes a caring government of the people. And with that, I mean a government of all the people to offer cost-free water all across the country, representing all domestic and commercial customers in Ghana for 3 months. Mr. Speaker, it takes a care government to be for the people and for business, large and small, to choose to subsidize electricity consumption by 50% to 4 million households and nearly 700,000 businesses, a cost of $1 billion in 3 months, and we will extend the coverage of lifeline customers for another 3 months.
Ensuo ni de ayiwo bia dia na electricity nso wo mobile limit no kakra de ama lifeline consumers no na wasan to aso e free senior high school eno nso de okafa ahuni.
Free senior high school parents and guardians a cumulative total amount of 3.2 billion since 2017, and that is money in their pockets and investments in their future. This intervention has sustained the schooling of 1,199,750 students to date, a marked increase from the 813,443 students enrolled in 2016 and 2017.
Na Oria Free Senior High School no, ana watu asukojina school feeding program also.
Between 2016 and now, the feeding program, Mr. Speaker, has been extended to reach 2,980,000 pupils in deprived communities, representing, Mr. Speaker, an increase of 78.3% in beneficiaries. In providing equal opportunity for foundational education through school feeding, we have invested 1.3 billion since 2017 as compared to 925 million in the 3 years prior to 2017.
Na wawia no anu asan atikwagina teacher for ene nursing training allowance no eno nso die ni.
The restoration of allowance for trainees has brought relief valued at 994 million to 50,825 and 48,000 nurses and teacher trainees respectively between 2017 and December 2020. An additional 57 million has been released for 48,200 nurses trainees at the end of June 2020. This is true relief, Mr. Speaker, for students and guardians while advancing our efforts to build a robust health and educational system.
Na wawia wanu no na wasan di kogina sika ya dema emabrowa fo kra de friend say a livelihood empowerment against poverty leap no ni program no nso die ni.
Mr. Speaker, compassion for our compatriots has seen us expand LEAP to reach 334,000 households by June 2020, representing an increase of 56.8% in beneficiaries since 2016. Furthermore, government through LEAP has also successfully enrolled 73% of its beneficiaries onto the NHS for free. We have invested 464 million since 2017 to increase access to service and opportunities among the extremely poor and vulnerable.
Na wei nyina yansam a honorable Ken Woforiata edituja ewo emrase bedefie ene
na otoa so esan echeche nyoma hodo aban de agu apono so a eba beboa covid-19 bremu eno so for sikasem so bo amane se wonom adan bibia di a eno no wode 100 billion Ghana cedis and wode ahyemu a eno covid-19 alleviation and revitalization of enterprises support ochanitia ekano cares na sakasi watu ni din se obatampa enti Ghana cares obatampa wose eno no ebesesa enuoma ama enesi kasam a sese covid-19 ti akwakoye ohaw kese ababeda omanfo so ama omadwuma wo mo ye nheda nkoyie no eno no betimi aso won masene ama watimi akọ wanim ni nyina no na wode dadan Ghana beyond aid a opese wo ye na wotisa enuoma ewo manmu na ochese eye two faces na jese yahodo mienu a wonom ebeye every July ya kopem se afe no beko na wieye o kire mu sei.
I'm happy to announce that in the coming weeks, the President will launch the 100 billion, Mr. Speaker, Ghana Cedis Development Program, an ambitious and unprecedented 3.5-year program called Ghana Coronavirus Alleviation Revitalization of Enterprises Support. The Ghana Cares Program, the Speaker, or Bantampa Program, which will anchor the comprehensive transformation of our society. Mr. Speaker, also request supplementary funding to support our priorities of saving lives and livelihoods, supporting businesses, ensure that the health of Ghanaians and their jobs are secure in these challenging times.
Eno achi no onumunyamfo Ken Woforiata san kire se aban aboka be se 13.6 billion Ghana cedis a ni nyina no eye banking sector sikakrabia fam ho no se wo hwe no obeyiyim ama emu aye fan first quarter is abosome nan a edi afimpinu ni aduonu anim.
As at the end of the first quarter 2020, a total amount of 13.6 billion, 3.5% of GDP, had been spent on the resolution of failed banks, specialized deposit-taking institutions, microfinance institutions, the establishment of the Consolidated Bank of Ghana Limited, as well as the capitalization of the Ghana Amalgamated Trust. Mr. Speaker, additionally, with the President's directives to fully pay all deposited whose funds were locked up with the failed SDIs and MFIs, an amount of 5 billion was spent. This brings the total expenditure on financial sector interventions as of June 2020 to 18.6 billion, 4.8% of GDP. Government has also quoted an amount of 3.1 billion, 0.78% of GDP, towards supporting investors in failed asset management companies regulated by the SEC. This will bring the overall total government expenditure for the failed financial institutions to 21.6 billion, 5.6% of GDP. Mr. Speaker, this is a legacy of financial enslavement from the previous administration.
We nyina ekoso enne ewo emrahye bedwam se Ghana akon humasika se de afe no emubu a na wonwakọ akoka no eno abi na yete no
na wasai to aso se usha ebra covid-19 ye ba ye ya businessmen fo no wo mu bra pa dodo no a wo mu asisi wo mu trase na ba pesu obi a pega ni tinti aban no ankasa ne banks no akasa ama sika 2 billion Ghana cedis and we tatu on so se uyi obi a we adwuma na eniema mu ayade kakra ma wo a ubetumi akọ bank no na wakọ akọje saa abosia ne bia ensi nkrampa wa woni bia bia kete sadia be ya ubetumi ase peta wadwumam na wase gina wonan so bio.
A caring government to establish a guarantee scheme of up to 2 billion cedis to enable businesses to borrow from banks at more affordable rates and at longer tenure to save their business and retain jobs. This will be established.
Wey aye honorable Ken Woforiata na nuati no water say ayi ebra yade ba ye enipa bebre no adwuma ahwere wonum enyimeku awodo bebre we ya na said ade no aye ne tese me yi nipa ne bi edi said ade no aye ne tese me yi nipa ne bi edi enti enipa bebre akwatena fia wo mu adwuma ahwere won na no na ba ntere se what the style fufuro bi ba your friend National Unemployment Insurance Scheme na saade ya wode be ebeboa saafo no a wo mutifie no.
Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government to provide seed funding to set up retraining and skills improvement program in partnership with labor and employers and with pay-based organizations. The seed fund will help workers who are laid off to either improve their skills or acquire skills to improve their chances of finding new employment or set up their own businesses. It takes a caring government to partner with labor employers to initiate an unemployment insurance scheme to provide temporary income support to workers when they lose their jobs. Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government and a central bank to create an environment for the banks to provide 7 billion cedis to help their clients through loan restructurings, interest rate reductions, and granting of new facilities and moratoria on debt servicing.
National Unemployment Insurance Scheme wa ebeboa yenu anum a wo mutifie no na watumi etina wona so bio.
Onimanyafo Ken Woforiata sato aso ekire se aban ayade papa efri bre a Ghana mampanyi na adodanko akufuado ebeji tumi ebetena akonwa so no na Ghana fo yedadum som enkane ne timi dum eduma na aso ena ebenya edin ya nei wuko Google kra na obodum sope na akyerɛkyerɛ sa ne ɔma nyina wo kyerɛ sɛ emfie miensa ne fa eni ombetena akonwa so no wo mama dum so aya abakosem afa so nkane no aye fofofo na eno no wo kyerɛ mu sei.
We have, Mr. Speaker, relegated Doomsot to past. It is clear to our Ghanaians by now that we have enjoyed 3.5 years of reliable and cheaper power. We have spent in excess of 4.7 billion on capacity payments, not only to ensure that we keep the lights on, but also to pay for power we do not use under very questionable contractual obligations we inherited. Major road infrastructure undertaken by the government includes Tema Motorway Roundabout, a 3-tier interchange which is completed and commissioned, Pokwasi Interchange, and Accra Urban Transport Project. This involves the construction, Mr. Speaker, of a 4-tier interchange. Progress currently stands at 74%. Obecha Lantern Circle Interchange and ancillary works currently at 45% completion. Tamale Interchange Project, which is 40% complete. Kumasi Lake Road and Drain Extension Project are 55% completion at the end of June 2020. Mr. Speaker, residents of all urban centers, especially Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi, are seeing continual improvements in inner city roads in their metropolis. In addition, construction of critical inter-regional road projects and bridges, including the Eastern Corridor Phase 1, are all at various stages of completion.
Enuachi, what I say? Contractor for Yetuya Womoka.
Road contractors have seen increased payment of claims by government. We have paid road contractors approximately 64 billion from 2017 to date. That substantially helps them to meet their obligations and sustain their operations.
Enuachi ana okasa edefa empuntu a aba kecheche ekwan ahodo a wonum eye wo man na fa na nyina.
Mr. Speaker, we set out to modernize the railway system and effectively replace the colonial rail link. Since 2017, we have committed $566 billion to cover works on construction and rehabilitation of railway lines, including rehabilitation of Accra to Tem, 30 kilometers, Achimota to Nsawam, 33 kilometers, Kojo Krom to Takwa, 56 kilometers. The Tema to Pakadan railway line has seen approximately 56 kilometers out of the 97 kilometers of track lane works. The construction of the new standard gauge Western Line, Takrady to Kumasi, or the Kojo Krom to Manchester is also on course.
No, actually, no. Wakasa edefa mensiri bako fidijuma bako mechira one district, one factory. Sadia no so akwakusi.
Government's agenda for industrial development, for job creation and economic transformation rests on the partnership with the private sector to operationalize the One District, One Factory initiative. Our push on this front has resulted in 70 operational factories with 232 projects at various stages of implementation. Not only have we leveraged private sector support through tax exemptions valued at 33 million cedis, government has directly spent 210 million as support to existing factories and for the construction of new factories. Our industrial agenda has certainly enhanced the prospect for more jobs for Ghanaians.
On Manyamfo Ken Oforiata sign ETC Ghana. Baby yesika sam akwakodru. Titu any a car ye dear. Na on my morning no say was say a kana pega a huri papa. Akwako jina or pepe. Ahanu ene adrenum enum 255 billion. Was see a besi June busumi ya echemu ye. Afim pinuni adrenum. Na was say the net wahodadano. Ena wamoke kambo mua bese busumi makuma kudumienu ni dia ba beka hono ye opepepe aduonum 50 billion ena ba beka ho sabre na no ena wonimonyamfo kenoforiata eche se wode toto ho na ye de to nsane ani a GDP no ejina wo hamu nchichemu aduosiansia echiri po miensa ani ensia 66.36% ena akwakogina eno achi no wo cheche die ntia ama o ekano apeja akwakodru esrosa wase February afimpinu ni aduoni mu ena ye nyina euro bond issuance e ba ye no eno na ye 3.0 billion US dollars eno eka ho bi ena afa se wo hwe sede exchange rate no eteba from bebedru ye no a na eno soso aka ho bi ema eka no kwa na ekosoro eno akiri no enoma bi akeka ka ho a ye sidi no kotofom na esode a pressa no ni nyina aka ho bi ena ama yakano akwakodru sa opanyi echechire mu sei.
Provisional debt stock as at the end of June 2020 stood at 255.7 billion Ghana cedis, 45.5 billion US dollars, representing 66.36% of GDP. The increase was mainly a result of a Eurobond issuance of $3 billion in February 2020, exchange rate depreciation, front-loading of expenditures, and COVID-19 effect, which increased the cedi equivalent outstanding debt stock. The total debt stock was made up of 134.9 billion, 23.9 billion US dollars, 120.8 billion Ghana cedis, 21.5 billion US dollars of external and domestic debt, accounting for approximately 52.7% and 47.3% of the total public debt stock respectively.
Na onimonyamfo Ken Oforiata esan kire say ya GDP ananka ye hwe animu say ebenyini afimpinu ne edu enkono no say de ne ye hwe animu no ye nya ne sa.
Government's fiscal operations in 2019 were broadly in line with expectations. The fiscal deficit, excluding financial sector bailout costs, amounted to 4.8% of GDP in 2019, 0.9 percentage points above the recorded deficits of 3.9% of GDP in 2018. The corresponding primary budget for the period was 0.8% against a program reverse target of 1.1%, reflecting 3 consecutive years of recording primary surplus. Mr. Speaker, total revenue and grants for the period amounted to 53.4 billion, equivalent to 15.3% of GDP, against the annual program target of 58.9 billion or 17% of GDP. The 2019 performance also represents 0.1% year-on-year growth. The shortfall in total revenue and grants emanated from both non-oil tax and non-tax revenue.
When Munina Ayon Munyanfo Kenufuriata and Emrashe Bedrum and Ode Etuja.
Na ebra wo wie ye pe na ya namusini ebisa minority fo ne se budget no wo mu ne sen minority a parliament a ranking member finance honorable Ato Forsen na what say no wo nim se budget se pa na sikasam so afo ba be kan a enkom kromo a ha wo mu ho budget we say wo mu wira pu budget ya enya de budget pa na ya say oh, woman demand penny na nada danko kufuado na hoya pa na watra say sa sika no a papa no bubo so ne e kae de no se Ghana fo te ase pa nko bia na mo ana ne nsaguniti budget na nya de kra.
Public debt now we increased it to 280 billion Ghana cedis, an average of 76% of GDP. Hey, I are a whole. In Ghana, you be a kawa, na now the Danko Kufuadu, Odubo Good and San, and Nabain, Obokofi, or yeah, a 2020. I a cow, attend a cow in Oshodo. The Damakawi, and a year, and why is Abba. Now the Danko Kufuadu, Nawaban. This is then the Trahem is a kind of prayer. The Academy Yakabon, Yentum Fire and Sanctuary. You could be severe as a free SHS. The 3 billion hours spent with free SHS no hono. Kawa wabo Ghana no koteno. Ekakabu boma. Oyabeye 178 billion Ghana cedis. Inti me pade be bisa hwansa me de. Abane oba betna apart from busa wabo na tax sika waje. Oyo sika waje. Ni na na mbeye 350 billion Ghana cedis. Dem sika na owahe. Meanwhile budget we de be hwinyi. What's in there? Communication service tax. What so do? Dem pade bisa de. Hono na autumn in the first place.
Pedem bisada wana no to in the first place. Minority ranking member ebano financier honorable Ato Forsen namra sebedenia wetinama Bogatanga Central honorable Isaac Adongo one day omubisa no ape no setia we asem dada yai na wabaye sa figures ya wabubo so no eye dada de no aya na debit and credit wati bi free no de bi asa ha wa entunsem budget pa na wobeka ye no.
The €3 billion bond that was approved, it was quite clear that $2 billion of that money will be spent on the budget to finance the deficit. If you look at his own calculation of the numbers, that already gives you about 12 billion. So if you add the 12 billion to his 8 billion to his 4 billion, we are getting around 24 billion to be financed from external sources. The minister then says that domestically he will borrow another 32 billion to finance the same budget. So if you add the 32 billion to 24 billion, you get about 56 billion and not 44 billion. So when you add the 56 billion to the clever accountant's own total revenue of 53 billion, you are getting very close to the figure of 109 billion in the text of the report. So it means that after he did this and he came to the tables, he realized that the figure will give us a deficit of 15.6%. So he started massaging the figures from the table and forgot to go back and edit the original figure.
Dada no original one ne da ho ena we waye ni ntunsem no ode abegina ha abeka no okọ we yamra sebedani a wetira ma de se wo Bogatanga Central honorable Isaac Adongo
na eno achini ensentro ni bo pini eye MPP amanyakuo no emra sebedani owo bantama oni wonyamfo Daniel Ochema boaje nchen na obo pini no no apẹ ena obusan se na budget no sen na asimu no si budget awuo nie budget na de sei budget na abanya hyeda hyehye aye ho adwuma yie na ne nyina mu no na o kire se wo hwe ntotoye ene hyehyɛ ya hodo aban aye e wo covid-19 brei mu efi so obetena konwan so besi sa brei wa ya ade papa se ye ka agriculture fam wa ya ade ye ka adwade fam a wa ya ade ye ka fididwuma mu a wa ya ade ba bia aban wadi
Omampanyina Kufuado, His Excellency, Amamuno, Emuye, here can I say, and some of your teen and United say, and that's what our home. The sense that some of you be a free bar 2017, na economy and yet na can year to bear 4.5 years, if not more. Na anypen who no na come they were half seconds here. Yabaya, and Yama just the shot on my sick seminar. That's say, and your friend of macroeconomic indicators. I didn't say interest rate on my kasem nyini na NDC for the another bear almost 3.4%. 2019 results of the Maya no averaging almost about 7%. GDP growth rate, inflation at table form. Bibi ekoye, the so economy as foundation no eligible.
Ene ayati ye eye emrahye bedwani owo bantima onimonyam for Daniel Ochem Aboaje.
Na eba no say dia budget ayankofu asum aprekese media budget miniminianom eno ansi esi ho ayehwe ne din si yakoye nim si yaba yetio ebebre no anti ase no eno nti ye Dr. Kofi Osei Edu oye economist Wasaya lecturer, Department of Banking and Finance, University of Professional Studies. Na janada uruma wabuaya nkakra. Openia radia sumje nka wo.
Openia kesi nka wonso.
Ayi kwesibure ni beka se budget the good, the bad and the ugly. Buaya nkakra no ane se yate ho ayehwa sa ye koya nimu ana ye ba yeti eye emu ede de henso na ye ni ye ankebe ye wadawro maboa kakra
yo mefa akonya iso atria wetie fo nyina na ne etie ne se yenna enimu se afibia no yankasa ye finance minister eba parliament de afia ye be wure mu no esi o mani so ya ban pese oye akwan about benyesika e de aye abetudwa nti enyam se 2019 November no yen ka se finance minister e de 2020 budget ebeto enyina ye nim na ne etie ne se ye wa fini so mu ni yedu afini finfini a ehu hia se finance minister be sanso aba parliament na wa betre se bosumi nsia na yewura afini mu no obu akonta akireye no bu akonta nso wi a no am ye hu se osumi nsia akaye nim no ehu be hia se be nsakraye o budget o rigi no 2019 efa 2020 ho ana se ye nam kwan mu nso a den na esetutu akwan mu ma ebetuma na nti kwan mu na yetimi achieve die esije ne so ye budget media budget ya osha indicators say me economics the reading kind economic indicators osha economic indicators ya say enam covid-19 ti no normal ye see ye no so senke ye beye di nyina no ye tumi enduru ho ye tumi enduru che say target ye de maye ho say first 6 months ye betumi eduru ho no ye tumi enduru sa target no over GDP growth na your target is 6.8%. Now, so yes, from January to June 2020, in 4.9%. Now, inflation, so many nine say your inflation about a normal normal the price is sent a bit to me as a fan. Now, you better sabi near target 8%. Now, so Osha, our January to March inflation is 7.8%. April, you 10.6%. In May, be 11.3%. June, be 11.2%. To be say your inflation, kwa air cost as year was 7.8 January, Babedu 10.6 April, 11.3 May, kwa air cost. Now a balance when and so I didn't say about a tour 22.007 million Ghana cedis. A buy to now is in the store of General. Lay 29.759 million Ghana cedis. Now so we winning about 22,007 million Ghana cedis. And what should I say? The NSC and about person in Sabeka 29,759.1 million Ghana cedis. No, about inside to me and Canina. To Shabon say a bayer a swat about 26%. There's a revenue now about person in Sakano, a so tip by 26% ever from January 8 to June. Now, so yes, expenditure. I just say, Sika, I can't say your best spending. Sika, I can't say no, my better tour. The edisi kabayeno, Yakohoma, Tebeno. Ushimwa, not a buying that's what I say. In our best spend, yeah, in our 41,554 million. Now, so I finish every through June. Now, about spending 46,362 million Ghana cedis. Next, I buy a bro. Yeah, all the students to say, in car or best spend this car, I was on. It will show more, yeah, fiscal deficit. Next, what expenditure, no, every revenue, ma, yeah, the car wage. Fiscal deficit, no, no, target, say, being at 3.1%. Now, so you buy about 6.3% of GDP. It is okay, can win in our boom one. Near me to me, I can say, the first 6 months in year. Not modern bar and capacity upon me and what's our modino. Now, so to me, blemo a buying into for some money and bar buying. Who share ye air koya. Yen I bet me the assay. Yare could ye woo ya, a person say you and I call me a pen COVID-19. Ye heard COVID-19 a bread bar ya. Yen I say COVID-19 by a craning in Potem when they Kumasi in Quaker Wishia and the district Wishiano. Yen I call lockdown. Namra ya call lockdown. One with teaching you know, you may see and quabonting. About Sano, the Bibaya, no Pia, Nim say, you best say them was to me and I was to be an hour to me. It will be a Monquabonting for 20 years. Neck or prick or tall normal wabonting. It is my inflation, over March now, and more Puna. And I've seen a book of market, you go to normal, you go to the name, you do the cool, yes, lockdown cost for Brobo back one of Munua. Lockdown cost for some back one of Munua. Me and Mr. David Miano. Tosha, and no man inflation airport so by 11.3%. And about June so, as I almost 11.2%. Which in a bonfire said, in a bonfire said, able to me a baffle. And see a share budget Mudia, a modern body not saying.
Tina etas wo pani de na ye de si ye ni so say anke ye bedi de no ye ntumi enduru ho ena de ye ka say anke ye bedi no ye di ma no boro so
that's right
enti ne ya wo ka ye enyina ya na wo ka indication ni figures ibubomu no free ene de kro no ya ho be hare yen kakra anase ebe koso aye te se de te no anase de ahoto bi ba
Penin so share the Minister of Finance kai dia on paper de na de ahoto beba they make us on paper de just say you bet me de aka kan bomu edugru krata so fe na my pass yenye implementation dia na ebia anye senie the two people so no yes sir the other two people so ya na mpemfo patra say ye nyina nim say ya reyi na ma ye ho akyere pa e wo Ghana ha enti se betumi ama ahoto aba aban etwa sika bi ato ho a ode beboa wona wodwuma asɛn enti bon say aban asese ode National Unemployment Insurance Scheme a kyerɛ say Ubia Nejuma say enam COVID-19 Nejuma say ama last nipa ye yi na di efri adwuma mu no aban say o de sa scheme o de ska o de ato we ye di kan o de beso o de beboa wona wadwuma no asai ana ye yi we di no de tosu mienu aban say wona ye yi we di so no o de sa sika ni bi ebe treni won che say o de betro mu adwuma foforo se bi nipa no ye aban adwuma o ye ankwankwa adwuma o private sector you be juma ena enam COVID-19 ahokyera abanti no nipa na yi na di mo abetena fia nia wo kana sa ban say ye betima training ne sa adwuma retraining ye betima training ne sa adwuma so abetena fia onye hwe bi obeye adesua ma ebusia no abansi ebɛhyɛ ne nsa no adwuma anaa adwuma bi ebɛtumi akyerɛ na nipa no de ho hyɛ mu a ebɛtumi aboa nipa no no ɔmbɛyɛ ade so ɛma ɔman no ɔnyɛ ade so ɛma ebusua ɛno ɛso ka ho
Wapani sadia wo kano brofo no National Unemployment Insurance Scheme no the power na ne ye no da form sa
enu tira bi di nka se e wo paper so de efe na sempanyinfo betumi e de ayadwuma so o maka ne de a enyenka ebeboa ye nyina pa sisia se betuma ye saa di we ya de make ho asemi ya ni edi kan ya sa aban ye ene se e sa aban timinya data on obi bia medwuma ase ya kopem brebe hu ni pado do a enam covid-19 ye yi o madi abetina fie ana o madwuma ase no a ye hu sa normal no a ye ken ni ye da ya din pa efri se meni wo ka sei abadi saskei atwato ho enipa se na Ghana for sen eno o madwuma ase enam covid-19 Ghana for send ye you madi efre adwumam enam covid-19 it is yetinya total no so Ghana for be 1 million ina ye you madi efre adwumam enam covid-19 hu suza gona then ababet masha san kofo na ye hu omo no na de be adwuma na omo ye certificate be ne kro omo training be ne betimi di ama omo ye mo mu training na ye mo mu training di akoye den eno so ade ye sietimi hu se nipa no kuta certificate bi na owonimdiye fa ekwa ade ba kwa na mienu ho ye betima se okay timi ye sika bi e de boa fa nipa na enam so owonimdiye ewo ade ba kwa mienu ho no ye ma ne training kakre bi ka ho a obetimi a start on one kasa ni business ana obetimi so asase edwedwe bi ene obi edwedwa a ebetimi ma ne ho ai ha no nti anya de da form sa people so de e simple e be two lines be ya kan wie na se ka se be ya tia enye wadwuma ya pa ye tumi ya so ye ne ye dia e be ma foto aba ne ye tia se yare ya abe covid-19 yare se ye economy no amamburu bitima se tira na so a na me ha mani a be yi mfie na eti asem ne ye ka be yi mfie me esa ko mfie na na chi asana ye economy ne tima sa be tira na so senie ni ye pe no
ene opani ba ene said ya wo kire ide na tese ya hunya nto ye nsa wo
pacho samete
nti memfa ne se obi a wo tie nya bia no won fan se na dwunim se jisi we emia ye beltim
samete obi bia wo tie bia ehunu se ne aban aka ho asem nyina no enye dapro asem se wotsena obetima ye gwe nyina me nyina ye ho atoye sa ban betumi aya ohia me ne omienu mwa de ba ku bi a meche se na me nua ba ka ho asem e wo news mi obatampa program na obatampa program na me nua ba na kire mu se ye wo ya ye mu mienu obo stabilization phase ne wo revitalization phase na he stabilization phase na o se from July ya kopem afi ewie ye enumu na aban said ye di kan obeso wo hwe eye food security we ye dian ho ba mbosem ya minimum emra me ne wo ka sei ye nyina be di adanse ye se Ghana indiane ye fia na wa ha ene ye di ni wa ha no wo fom no be bre o Ghana ha ye import free amanone ni ye de be ye enti Ghana no be bre o wa ye de ye normal ye nyem free ha ye import it is sia no wona enuanom a omo import no masra grocery edi betonton wo Ghana ha enam se ya block border si sankofo entimi nkotogu biem omo ko China kofa no maba omo entimi nko China biem entimi edi a how be pray aba this am no ka se sankofo no so omo ni omo ye adwuma nyina no omo yi biedi yo yi biedi no so no enye de bi no mo aba adwuma because obi ontimi ntianeka. It is something so houses so so when you know. Say, in your Hubetima Toya, you do maybe a bind it, your body singing. Or not so many cats will be able to say, Sianoa, Yara best have a room man as Alpha Dawson. Ain't in a bar coswa at Tumuno. It's in a home since I saw a canoe. You see me as funny as you in the air king. She bet to my Bemupa near to me as back to your feet. She said, the Abaki came. any near yen kwakwa ya betuma boa itimi ni nyina na itimi na yana so
obanina ayi ba ku bia de me na na bisa me a wo ka se na petrol no de yanka ho hwe ma lole fa no amafom wa anti bibia wo ho hu
ma do ya ka ho shi anti baby abedro se enam covid-19 no ye budget we no hwa ye minister kan ho asem nyina ye dia ebetumi asolve problems a covid-19 ya breye no how are yare ne dia breye no say ku adwuma emma ye health system ho engine na naso no na minister kan ho asem jubon say o ka bibi say ye wa agenda 111 what I say you be see 111 hospitals into we are no nyina kan so hu say ya pomodin ho any hospitals na clinics ye wono and shut down doors to be yare in fact obra san with me ko be a ayaresa wo nti ni nyina no ye di ni nyina ehim na mo sa si busa question bi say na we nyina ne sunsan so te sen se me ka kire wa people sun sepa na saban ye we nyina wo hunu say ye busia bo no so be kwosoro sa no ma ban ka so be nyina bobo sika 2 billion bobo bi $100 million bobo sika or the start to hold on business and all the boa obesi hospitals and ne ye ho ka ho no aban ni sika bia da ko say sia o hwe covid-19 ba ya ye revenue ye nya ye for 6 months ya me boss na me boy expenditure ti ye nya hu si expenditure na akodo so ye revenue asime se me no me no bu say ho no say ye be ye den aban e kwa be na aban fa so a obeti me nya sika ede finance expenditure na aka no eno ni ade a me hu o budget mu papa o kan me hu be bi aban ai na dwe se kwakwo bi sia free no ko bi sia free ho a ehun sunsun so we economy no so da ye den because ye nya ye pray ye hu fi covid-19 sunsun so mo die inti ne be pressure aban bo sia bra me ye hu ntoye o bo sia nyina so be wi ye ka so be kosoro ye kan so kosoro ye nim sunsun so wa ka kosoro a e be ba o man so
obani anu mpona no wo ka se so far ye ka no bebi a akwa akogina no normal na ehu
mpato akade obi ni wa obeka se wo kan kosra normal wo kan kosra inye ni se ade ba kwen hwe won economy se e kan e kosro no wo di sa sika na bosia na wo bo no wo di ye den ya ade edi kan e kan betumi akosro but bosia na wo bo e kan e kosro no ye ba ade pa na wo di ye na de wo di ye no e de infrastructure bi e bra wo man no it is a can e kosoro na bebi a ye bo besia free ye de sika na ye no no ma ye de sika na semu no e da hoto e breye e de kwan bi a e be ma Ghana ye nyina ye ho atoye me yetimi aye ni esie ye a emphasis so bi an breye dia indian can e kosoro bu de ke so danye program na se can e kosoro ni yetimi se da e hu ade de sika na ye ade am ka se yetimi se da e hu ni se e can e kosoro ne de sa sika na ye botia na ye bo no ye de se de bia ko se refer the production mu a ye de se adwuma mpu a adwuma bi de sika ni se ma e de mfaso die ka se ye be san san pre ye dia india na nka ye ho beto ye ko san faso die be pre ye no ye betuma nya sa sika ni e de ko ye ka ni ye de ko se be bia se da mfa mfaso die bia be pre ye betuma ko e de ama ye ho ahe ye ide ko tie ka ni dia india na e be adwen kakra
opanina ayi ebra ebeto da se ensuo ene nkanea no eye free no enkofo abo se pa na cross kakra bi eda electricity ne ho no ye lifeline consumers no wo mu ye hwan
ni also ban penny ka se minister say ensuo ne de be ye free na my pa electricity ne dia lifeline consumers no de no be ye lifeline consumers no protocol 7 no waka na se ba Ghana ha ya ye betuma hwe dwumedi a nipa need ehun sunsanso dwumedi nipa need ehun sunsanso ewo economy ne so ana nipa nankasa so no isika sem sane yetie o je wo bi wo wa sika sem a de ma no It is only past customer a demon no. Na ye the electricity at 3 months. COVID-19 ni kuran koye. Ni esa sali pana sisi ambie 3 months na pa ho. O me tele sisi bila. Ebe tiba sali pana di pa. Tibe tima categorize omuma omusi kasem go from pa. Se ka se consumption land to the water bila. And she be no aka last line customers ho. And na ebe timi so the omuma omutu medie bi omude le sisi ni so no ehun sisan so economy no e was from so ebitima boaye wo mpuntu ni we so aka last line customers but the minister kan dey imagine mo no enim say o ka omo musika sem go from pa wan
oh doc erade nshira obebre yadase efri sabre de kwade ne yasa budget ya mu pensempensemu a etiefo Dr. Kofi Osei Edu oye economist lecturer Department of Banking and Finance University of Professional Studies wono ana yenene kasa yakusia
afi yemfri enumu nsem no na yentinsi asantemantemu aban ene Canada aban akan bomu a wo mo eba betai emma wom do mo ho ahyekua yemu mekire agriculture sector na eno makopie mu asantemantemu a wo mo kyese wo mo ba beso emma na se no mabo mo nti wo mo hyeda kan ho asem mama no wo mo so ede yebeka so wo mankasa de wo mo ho koye obi a wono no opese oye agriculture no na ekọ animu na enam so ama asantemantam kwankyerefo a wono ene da agriculture no Reverend John Manu wo kyerese we mo nyina no eye ohawa hodo bi a titiru emma wo mo okuayem eya wo mo wura mu wo se wo hwe wo mo a se ye kan fidie a wo mo de be ya adwuma eno ya na ebi ni ho enti wo mo de saa ne saa wo mo kuta se kan no na wo mo de do saa sonso a na wo mo de do enfidie bi a de be ka ho ama wo mo adwuma mo ye na timi akọ animu no da bia na emema na twa wo mo eno na wo kyerese we ebetimi aboa na wo ma dane ani ama enne ya ba be ye abefo de e wo emma no afam eno nti se wo hwe Canada de no a eye global affair Canada wo mo ene ahweye hwe enuane ani kuaye nsem so afeso so Ghana ha sei ahweye a hwe nkronkuma na memo mpuntuo so ene wo nyina ka bomu a wo ma ye na kuakuo wo mo ma wo mo mfidie ebetimi aboa wo mo sa fidie na nya de wo mo de be ye afuo no nkwa na emom de ebeboa mo matimi so abadwom abeton wo mo nyoma wo omayimu ene amanone enti uka ni nyina bomu a enipa aduanan enwotwe eno ye manko a wo mo ko apply ye wo mo de wo mo nkrata ko ye se wo mani gye ho wo mo nunu mu ahwehwe mu no eno wo yi aduasa mienu eno wo mo kyese wo beta wo machi enti global affair Canada wa asantemantam mu ekuakuo no ena wo mo eka nsem wei ema Reverend John Manu eche nsem sei
enye di adanse se nneoma fi abroche ba wo hwe ho kura se ne de Robert Chichikwa na ye wakono saa pepepe na global affair Canada ene Minister of Food and Agriculture ekabom aboa ye ma menum yi na enfidi papa ebeboa ma omadane omonoba ani na afi wasa ma omontete ekwan ya ombefa so edi ayesa nyumadie nyina no manya noba papa edi begu obroni friends good packaging material na yebetimi de akọ adwama nso obroni friends value addition to the agricultural products na ekwan a ekuokuo anase ema eku aka mo abomu e from say women farmer based organization omo edane omo nyomani to say gari processing ene nyoma ekeka ho
ene ayati ye Reverend John Manu ono na asantemantam ye kwankyerefo da agriculture ene ho ebra ano eno achi na akuakue ba ko awo asuo so panyina woda wo no ano eye Era Grace Ifa ono egina akuo na namu eda ase
eye ne gifi sanansu ne mpanimfo abehia mu ha na on da sa adwumade ade kase amaye aban adwene ya mama ya ho na fa ya bre kase mama ya bre na wo hu ye mobo na wo na oksa ankonya yiso de sanfidie anasa mu akase ebe buaye da aban ase kase pa pi so wadadwene ya mama ya
Eni ayati ye eye Mami Grace efa wono eye panyini a wono ene da ekuo a ewo esuo so na afei text message
mode aba no aya de wona asia ade ma ka banka wase memu obi a interrupted into waye uninterrupted banka what the bank ni nyina de ekura wonsam eno an se obe download wo mu app no unyanya app no a bank ni nekura wo no sa wo bank bia sa titile de no obekọ titide no a no mu da so ya hometewa wudu sika to a wokọ akoyi atete kwa jai kobi account e car bank brother ni anu wada no ho ye pentam na ya konkan enunti car bank ade awata say time and tide wait for no man brente obi a free sa bank ho na bra car bank na ya the bank ni kuta wonsam utumi tia school fees wa bra wo fie utumi epetesi niam bi a wo pe utumi bi account utumi ya deposit utumi to credit utumi bundle tasa bibia sase ya disika ya bia no car bank ekuta wonsam a ubetumi aye wa bra wontu nan emfiri wo fie Remy Foods ade Remy natural spices yaba emediane ye dankasa emediane ye de wode ye abom sa wode ye nkwan wode ye jollof wode ye aduane ban uhia Remy natural spices afa Remy rice enso wo ho Remy rice de ede emuna yi ba ko sei sa wode kan stew ho a wode ye jollof a sa wode ye mutu a ede dodo Remy rice ekuta etesia unya no wababia ebi awodwaso 21st clinic na mi bisase bibi betumi afri Nazareth aba wode atu America na kohwe kona kose ayare sankofo edie ewo 21st clinic no esewani enso wakatere to America na fu ani kire enkran dome market womu heavy do a dynamo dome market yasem na mekan se wuduru wanu mu a ubahunu imfidie papa ya de abegu wanu mu a ya de sankofo ya de no wa hu betiriwu heavy do dome market udu wanu mu a ehwa na wowo enwanso omu wo Kumase 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 akosia tagun
yo enti monsama mode afa Facebook no enu bi na edidi so yi mo fancha na onim se eba de ekono de ekodada nti de beba bedru anase ye beto so no famisi yo yanko teacher kujo tepa enyina susue wose nyankopon hira nanado se enei wode ensempa aba se wama obi anim aye sre ne omanyina ekoso owura pon so eno che se MPP fo mo de bia blame game o mi bia mo de be show obi ye besi bia na mo de show obi afei se ye ko ekro ye boa breman beni wose free for all wonom eda nanado ase ewo de waye ho sanso ena sese kwaku nipa ewutu breku wose wochia chire MPP best party ever in Ghana we Samuel Aduo Mensah sanso ena ada Cosmos HS NDC never again nyade ombepene ama NDC for ababio obatampa wadweso wose wose emade eta won machi pa ewo enei nyoma ekoso ti se agriculture nsensemi wose omutimi eboa papa mane omanyina ekoso ema wo mo bright boatin twifo praso na wo che se sikadie basa eno na ekoso wo hweyen sanso na wo beti gum Ono so ohwe free life assembly worship center odoko Peace FM ye pa ye ade pa eno no so aka ewa ha sei teacher Kujo tepa enyina suso eno se wow mampanyi ben na wodwene ne manfo hu sei enioma wodi abeg die se we de obi a wante ase bia no na unifa kro no sebi obi a na kakra wo wani ase edi obi a ma nani nso de nanado aba beyen na wusu OPD sunyane wose sa budget ye kwa so die ye ni da so papa de ma omanfo a wono so ede sansem we na aba ada cosmos eno se NDC se wo mo honhono wo mo hye papa enuoma nhada enkoye emma wo mo na menko Fuseni Salifu Kaswa Zongo wose we de nyame na ehira ye so de mampanyi Akufuado ede amayen Kwame Asare Bobby Light wono so ese kwabena wo hwew efri kumase patase oya de pa ono so ne de no Emmanuel Ahiabu wose free electricity anase ensuo eno no ensesa se emrantie ne maba wanya adwuma nye ewo mamu eto omo fa adwuma mra enye nsuo ne nkane na omo hwehwe so omo nya adwuma ya omo betimi atua wo made afei montom wano so se ya yere ho pa ya adwuma den pa obatampa ese for more for nana ade no ekwa na eko intimisre edwagum be doson eba pa ena afa Veronica dede eche se wo hwe efri London eno no na mamenko Dominic Safo wo so no so hwe efri Chicago na free water free electricity oh nana wo se de wagu NDC kura 20 years more ena MPP betena konwa so ade Afe Collins was say nana you do all nana ye bibia ena oba tampa o send message ni bibri Lydia Ofori ese nyame enhira Ghana ne man enfie na yensan fanka nana ho ama eno so ode aba ewa ha sei ena Crispo Fufuo was MPP aban no size bibia ni we obi abetimi aye nteno so ewa ha sei mamemfa mixed praise wose or the free UPSA wose nyankopon enhira aban no so ode ensuo ne nkane a wode aba amayen Tommy Edu wose wow we aye budget mu ode ehwam ewo wo mpapapa ono so ne de a wode aba no ena Odeshieba bra ofori kabiano wasi NDC monsa mabio wo we de wo mabubu ma pre papa ena no so ewo aha kwabena message no kwa na eko
na ya bre no so ko adema ka bank Remy Fo se na 21st clinic ya homeso tia wabi na ya da ye ho aba sisia
FM. Hey, Kwamina, Machila line a man for the Nisika Wagana Hano. Hey, Bobby West, okay, me near Bagata. What is our Uncle for Jackpot for Bia Bahwasam Effini? They were 539.
That's a lie way there. Abode baby. Obianim. The here is over the star 446 hash. Now bet get this come pimp him the beer.
Now when you went on Angantra.
Abo, so when you didn't cry. Live your dreams. For 2 Ghana City Peco star 446 hash. And I say Abe Fontaine to dewa-nla.com. The bonus who came near Bobana. Now bet get this and pimp him the biara kaisa ucha bebre na udisi kapudu dewa afa
boy Omega na bekwa kwato babiom ewo bronya busumi mu menyi wu emfri sa na montuo ya ye de besesa Omega na tebia eye mfie na biom aye de ema nana na sesa yo betimi abaso dia na wa ba wo beto no ehu hia pa kwatwere wudin se de obetimi ato aba moma ye nyina emotwie na ye nkonkotwere ye din kayo se kweba akupa wo betimi afaso ato aba ne se wo betwere wudin na wa ba wo beto no so ebetimi aboa atenetire Omega na ye hyebre ewo kwampa so kai se eye mfie nan aye de ma nana na emumu no ne edi kan ene se ewo se wo ko ekotwere wu one village one down yet to manana 20
Peace FM.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knobs.
Yama yetiafo nyina akwaba a car bank watese sa wonya customer kra wo car bank ya o betumi access wo mu app ni bi na bank no ana ekura wo no wonya customer o de access app no eno ano no bank ni ekura wo no Remy Full said the Remy natural spices yaba any Remy rice 21st clinic ya wonders ewo enkra hanum say Dome market inside heavy two building no o de o yade no fakọ to American fako na kohwe anwawade a esie ewo ho 0540311311 0540311311 akoza ebi wo ha
bebre kwa DJ Omale anyway see ewo go so was president Nanado wa kire papa say oye true statesman na said ya wasi aye die incentives or dia babosome miensa nsuo ne nkane be ko free die ene obia enyere no ho na for more for nana no yemfa ema no omso omo che onumunyamfo Evans Opoku Bobie our original minister ena eno so no na Dr. Baba Zamu was say President Nanado ohiase ade emfie nan esan emanom Azeman so say Azeman venture say wo kronom ene edwane ne di enhwanimu was say NDC monje ne saa say de ade ne se akono de no ano no monje ne saa afi asioba ya ta e wo kasoa was say bold leader nana nakokodro no emu odu papa ena eno so ena konedu osenso si 2020 one more twama nana eno so ewo ahase eti Ekufu Junior so ni wase woda enka ne mampani John Dramani Mahama se papa say wodi 52% Ghana ye current power generation or ye eno na aba beka ho a aba be somu ama ne nkane na timi agina so asade MPP fo nti bida say yazidum so ho eso ni nyina no na enka ne mampani Mahama wo ye neoma keka kaneoma ebomu enti kwabna ye mfansia ebre no kododo
amansan tia me kwabna mafo na
akosua sapon
na yade na asiama Ozon's chemist womunati Ozon's garlic capsules abeja so abua ma immune system no ebo atumanya ahoden obeye atuma na awotwemu ni nyina bosome ade akosi afe no a wonti brebia yade anka won to fom eye Ozon's garlic capsules Ozon's chemist fo adawruma MTN trese ewiase nyina wobetumi akuta wo wonsam wa bra unim secret no eye star 175 hash star 175 hash se wonim saade a ene ewiase nyina na kuta wo dwumadie bia wo pese wuti wo wiase efa ne sikasam mu efa ne wetadie mu efa no tese bibia ewo star 175 hash ni mu enti ukuta wiase wo wonsam dependable herbal home atom nataman capsules ano etumi bua bema emwonya hoden ya friend stamina no ebo etuma yie atum lady care capsules siesie wo ba nso atum na tonic bubobi wayare a woti apo oso ate wo ho ebema wede no aye kama nya de ebemu asensuo no adum ko capsules nsutu koko ni ayemtim high sense Ghana say nantu akukudro mu na bowura wo mu ajosuo bia air condition board form TV kettle, gas cooker, and our sound system. Unanti kwaso room noa. Ube say ye ni ho dance ya mfere. Everyday price for everyday people. Dear Mado and Sons, at the Budges organic apples cider vinegar. And ya mame for dia. Sir Unumwa and Mawa Huate pa manipediano to me kutiana wa and ya war alpha folic acid in so and also boa soja for when pedianum and which in our naso. So pension sunudra a timba copen emra aya 1 + 400 and 1 year nimu free tete adibesi and 1 + 400 and son watamfo and a powerful so de and a pa macre dia better so. Ya tomato sauce guhu kama utumi de ya nkwan utumi de ya bom stew utumi de ya jollof eye enapa makre enapa sardine eno so wanya udokunu bi pa na sa ugare bi na watu bi aguso a enapa sadi mediane ye dedodo spaghetti no eno ana yenim having mosquito coil ne insecticide spray ekum ntontum tim na jaw aduhwam soronko sa o pedre bekum ntontum wa having mosquito coil and insecticide spray ma wabusua wo dagene ensaw wa bra wo use having mosquito coil and having insecticide spray sa dwumako ya dawroma ene ye de nsam nyina eba ye ya Daniel Fidie no ade ama Mickey the triple darling na Mickey ba bono woche a mesan aba na Mickey se urade ya adom na uba na wache Mr. Richie ade amame
Mr. Richard Kwanzaa, Richie Plantations, yeah.
Richie.
Hey, yeah, Gladys, the fish.
Richie.
Papa, no idea.
Richie.
I met you, Pat. Mr. Richie. Yeah, girls, Pat and Fisher, and hey, Pat and Gladys. And I know we have 3 hours. I'm so much chow. I was Akan.
Na media menchiano.
Mechiano.
Tell her I miss you.
Oh, ni papa.